Well, hello there. Let's see what's going on in Dumaguete.
Well, here it is on Sunday, and I'm at Hypermart, and today they could care less about any documentation or anything. They just take your temperature and give you some hand sanitizer, and away you go. And there's hardly anybody here. See, look. And you know, so it's easy checkout since there's hardly anybody here. But what a difference a day makes.
Now, one of the things I noticed if you're if you're at the mall or if you're at Hypermart or something like that, there's always like about 4 or 5 or more females standing around the entrance, or they're sitting on a bench in front of the store. I couldn't figure out what's going on. Now, what the deal is, like, I don't know if you ever watched a channel in Cebu, a foreigner there named Rod. It's called Amazing Philippines. Well, he explained what's going on with that. Some females will go up to, and they take your temperature, and their temperature runs high. You know, over like 37.5 Celsius or 99.5 Fahrenheit. And they're not ill, but they won't let them in. The guards won't let them in. So they stand around, or they sit down on a bench in front of the place, and they go get their temperature taken again later on. So they can get it and go inside the mall. I thought that was kind of interesting. I was wondering why don't they just go in? Well, their temperature was a little high.
This right here is called Hell Ice Cool energy drink. Make sure that you know your cheeses. This is the different types of cheese here, and they're for sale here in this cooler. So make sure you know your cheeses. Unitop is open.
Unfortunately, I went through a checkpoint, and the guy there said, I need you to pull over here, and he asked me for my driver's license. And I gave him my driver's license, and he said, okay, you need to go over here to this table, because they have like a tent type thing. And so I sat down, and they said that I was going to be issued a citation for riding a motorcycle while wearing slippers. Now, if you're from the United States, you may not know that what they call slippers in the Philippines looks like this. This is what they call slippers. Now, we would, in the United States, we'd call those flip-flops. But in different countries, they have different names for it. You know, like in the Philippines, they call them slippers, but in New Zealand, they call them jandals. And in Australia, they call them thongs. And I think in Canada, they call them runners or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't think you could run in those, but it would be a little difficult. But anyway, so I got a ticket, and I said, well, how much is it? And he said, well, it was 300 pesos, or 250, 300 pesos. And I thought, well, maybe that's not too bad. So I had to go to like the city hall to pay for it.
Okay, I paid my ticket. It was 600 pesos, and here I am at, I think you can see it says office of the Treasury. That's over here in between like the actual water and kind of close to the post office. That's it. Ticket is paid.
Now, unfortunately, when I paid the ticket, I found out that that the fine was 600 pesos. Well, how much is a fine for riding a motorcycle with slippers? Oh yeah, one other thing. They weren't just busting foreigners. I mean, they were writing tickets for everybody, locals and everybody. Okay, well, it's 600 pesos. Well, what was the other 300 pesos for? Well, let me see if I can do this here, like this. Okay, you can see this is 300 pesos. And what does it say? It says reckless driving and driving with slippers. So reckless driving is 300 pesos and driving with slippers is 300 pesos. Reckless driving. I don't know how they got that. Anyway, that's it. And hope everybody's well and doing the quarantine situation. And that's about it.